When and where was Fanimation born?
Fanimation was born while I was working at the Casablanca Fan Company, and I was tasked with the more unusual designs for mostly commercial jobs. So it was there that I was building custom fans and saw the need for more unique product, and that eventually morphed into Fanimation.
And what year is that when you first started working for?
1973.
Okay. And when did you start getting the additional responsibility of the specialty fans?
Pretty quickly. The company grew quickly. Fanimation went from 2 employees to hundreds in just a few short years. So the emphasis for conventional fans kind of overrode everything else. So by default, almost, I was left with the specialty end of the business.
Okay. And how many years did you work on the specialty lines with Casablanca before you started Fanimation?
Most of 10 years.
Okay. And so Fanimation was actually founded in what year?
1984, but I had started in 1981 to kind of package the my department into a sellable entity, sellable to me.
Okay. And then how did you decide on the name Fanimation?
I decided on Fanimation because at the time I was doing projects for Disney, in particular their design division called Disney Imagineering. Imagineering being the combination of, obviously, imagine and engineering. I kind of like that concept of a name. So many of the fans that I was working on were highly animated. So fan, animation, Fanimation. Yeah. I actually conceived the name in 1981 at the same time I was starting to put it together, and I kept that name in the top drawer of my desk until I was able to actually use it.
So did you use that as kind of your inspiration or
Right.
driving?
Right.
What was Fanimation's first bestseller, and what inspired this design?
Well, I started out with designs I had at Casablanca, moved that into Fanimation. Beyond that initial process, I think the first bestseller would have to be the Palisade, which was a kind of home version of something I was doing commercially called the Palmetto, kind of shrunk down in size for the home. And that had a lot to do with the movie Down and Out in Beverly Hills. They had requested something like that, and I didn't really have anything to offer them, but came up with something anyway. The film came out, the fan was well received within the movie, and so started working on a home version of the fan.
So did you get a lot of requests based on people seeing it in?
I got enough response from the movie, and when it came out in video, I even got more response that I knew I was onto something.
After that fan was introduced, what did you start working on next, or did you focus on that for
Well,
a few years?
The Palisade led into the Islander series, and literally people were loving the Palisade, but again, like I had the problems with Palmetto, Palisade was even too large for many home applications, lower ceilings, and people were, can I have the same blades that look but on a conventional fan? And initially, I turned those requests down because it's not really the kind of work I wanted to do, more conventional fans. But the call again was great, so started putting those same blades on a conventional fan. And initially, before I had a name for the product, I called it half a Palisade. It's literally half the fan turned on its side. But that was a much bigger success than Palisade. And of course, we formally named it Islander. We started off with palm blades, but migrated into bamboo and wicker and various designs.
So when did you hire your first employee to help you?
Oh, probably about 1987, 88.
And then how long were you located in California, and when did you move the company to Indiana?
We were in California up until July of '94. Actually arrived in Indianapolis July 4th with all my worldly possessions in tow and all of Fanimation on a single 54-foot container that I sent via rail.
And at that time, did you have any employees, or were you just...
I still have the one, and he came along with me.
Okay. And how has your passion for ceiling fan design evolved over the years?
How has it evolved? I'm kind of an eclectic thinker, so if I see an unusual shape or mechanical motion, I'm always thinking, how could I incorporate it?
What's the most unique place that you found inspiration?
The most unique place? I was in the Chinese interior looking for a bamboo supplier, and wasn't finding what I wanted on this trip, but somebody showed me what looked to be like a little urn, and I really liked the pattern on the side of it, and that became one of our best-selling blades.
That's very unique.
So,
and in your opinion, what is the most important aspect of ceiling fan design?
It's got to complement the environment. You know, it shouldn't stick out like a sore thumb, nor should it disappear. It's just got to find that right balance.
And what would you recommend for, young designers trying to find that balance? Is it something that is innate, or?
Try as much as you can not look at other design.
Fanimation is a family-owned and operated business. Can you describe how your family has helped make Fanimation the successful business it is today?
I've been fortunate to have family members available, talented family members available, people that you can trust, obviously, so that's been a big help. A lot of friends of mine, acquaintances who have businesses, for various circumstances didn't have good succession plans. I've got a great one in Nathan, so I'm very lucky that way.